It caused a Twitter storm the other night with my Syracuse comments, saying how
your brother.
By my brother. No, well, there's another gentleman named Mike who tweeted at me and said that rooting against Syracuse is like rooting for someone against the Bills.
I agree with you, Mike.
You agree with him?
Yes.
Okay, well, I've done that before, too. I've rooted for someone against the Bills.
I know, you root for the Jets, you root for Duke, you root for the Mets, which
okay, what's
I don't
wrong
even
with the Mets?
understand that.
Okay.
Casey, cover your eyes, because this is bad. Mets in Cincinnati, and a tough one. Let's go to the first with 2 outs. It's Drupal Cabrera with the bloop ground rule double. However, the lineup card they gave the Reds had Cabrera batting second, so do the math.
Oh, my goodness.
Batting out of order for the Mets, and they are a Major League Baseball team. Unbelievable. I haven't even heard of that since I was in Little League. I guess it happened a few years ago in the majors. But
And of course, they waste a nice pitching performance by Zach Wheeler and lose 2 out of 3 to the worst team in baseball.
yeah, I mean, remember when the Mets started the season and looked unbeatable?
They looked great.
Yeah.
Now the whole Matt Harvey thing happens and things are on the... Todd is firmly in the camp of Die Hard being a Christmas movie. So yippee-ki-yay, Todd. How you doing today?
Hey, Casey, it absolutely is a Christmas movie.
All right, and you can probably tell by the smoke going on behind me, I'm at Chiavetta's. Yeah, that was my pick, Katie. We had Danny's last segment, now at Chiavetta's. If you come over to the Spectrum News booth in Niagara Square and you're voting, it's number 2, right next to my name, Casey Bortnick, Chiavetta's. Barbecue, chicken barbecue, and it is pretty awesome. And hey, hope you're having a good time. And joining us from Chiavetta's, Kathleen Chiavetta, and this is a really popular area today. You guys have been packed all day. Why? What's your secret?
All day. It's just the chicken, I guess. Believe it or not, that's what people are here to eat.
Okay. All right. And how long you guys been coming to the Taste for? Just recently, right?
Yeah, just recently. This is only our 3rd year. The first year we came, we had no idea what to expect. We got slammed.
Okay.
3rd time's a charm. We're a little better prepared this year, but we've been nonstop since about 11:15 this morning.
When you think about Buffalo, you don't necessarily think about barbecue chicken, but you guys have been extremely successful. Why do you think that is?
Yeah, I think because we have a pretty unique product, right? Our barbecue is a little bit different. We've been in business for over 60 years, so I think we have a long history of quality and a good reputation.
All right, we can get some chicken over here. We're gonna do that while we get some chicken. I'm gonna just ask you a few more questions. What's it like to get outside of the restaurant, get out here and actually mingle with
It is wonderful, especially on a day like today. As everyone in Western New York knows, it was pretty hot and humid the last week or 10 days. Today is a beautiful day, wonderful to be out in the sunshine, enjoy the crowds, beautiful weather.
All right, now I'm gonna use this opportunity to shamelessly taste your product. You're okay with this?
Yeah, I'm okay. You
Okay,
go for it.
all right. I'm gonna take a drumstick here. All right, here we go. Chiavetta's. What's your name?
I'm Peter Chiavetta.
Peter Chiavetta. All right. I'm sensing a theme here with the Chiavettas. All right, I'm gonna take a bite. Wow. Okay.
Good, right? Fresh off the fire.
That is solid. Really, really good. If you come, thank you. If you come to Chiavetta's, you won't be disappointed. And how long you guys open tonight?
We are here until 9 tonight, back at it 11 o'clock tomorrow.
All right, well, have fun this weekend. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
All right, Katie, I got another opportunity to shamelessly taste some food. Your chicken wing soup was good last segment, but I gotta say, this is a little bit better. It's close, but this is better. So come to the Spectrum News booth. Vote for number 2, Chiavetta's. It's pretty awesome. Back to you.
Again, you're voting for Chiavetta's, not for Casey.
I mean, it's really good. I mean, come on. I mean, it's free. And this is solid. This is hot. Right off the grill, literally, Katie. I mean, you can't beat it, right?
All right, I think you have it all over your face, so we'll let you get cleaned up. I'm hoping Brianna Foose got her taste of Chiavetta's, which she was talking about all morning. Casey Bortnick for us out at the Taste of Buffalo.
I haven't got to see them yet, Alex, but we're going to see them in just a second. They're doing this just for us. This is the Swifty Swine Racing event here. It's a very popular pig race. It's moved this year. It's in a new location. And here to tell me more about that is Jared Hollenbeck from Swifty Swine Racing. And Jared, you guys are at a different spot. Do people have a hard time finding you so far this year?
No, everybody's been able to find us great. We're in a great location here. We're right out here in the open on some grass this year, so we're in a great spot. I mean, not too far from our original location, so we're getting full crowds. Everybody seems to be finding this fine.
All right, what are we about to see?
We're about to do a full race for you. We're going to bring out 4 of our biggest pot-bellied pigs. They're all brothers.
All right.
They're all going to come out and get in these starting gates here. They're going to race around the track for you. We're going to cheer them on and show you what we do.
Let's go.
All right, you ready? Okay,
I'm ready.
So we're going to call these pigs out. So on the count of 3, we're going to shout Suey together. You ready?
Okay, yeah.
All right,
ready.
here we go. 1, 2, 3, Suey! There they come. Here they come. There they are, next set of racing pigs. Oh, yeah.
All right, they're all lining up.
There they are.
Ready to go.
We're going to share a starting gate for a second. There we go.
And this is your lovely wife here helping
Yeah,
out?
this is my wife, Kelsey. She's helping us. I call her Pig Mama. She's my pig wrangler. Sorry, she calls me Pig, so it works out.
Okay.
Yeah, but now we're going to put these silks on them. So now this is our Star Wars set, as we like to call them. So these all these pigs are from Star Wars. Section 1, Racing 1. In lane number 1, in the blue is Ham Solo. In the in the maroon right there is Jabba the Hog. Right here in the red, from the planet Kashyyyk, is Chew Bacon.
Okay.
Chewie, as we call him. And then, of course, right there in lane number 4, the Jedi Master himself, Obi-Wan Pig Nosy.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
All right, so now we can release these pigs whenever you're ready.
All right.
All right, here we go.
Katie, are you ready?
Here we go.
All right, here we go.
All right, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's go. Here we go. Race around that track for me. There they go. Number 1 is now in the lead, coming down the straightaway, followed up closely by number 4, coming around the outside in turn 3. Now around turn 4. Number 1 still got the lead. It's going to be number 1. Ham Solo, ladies and gentlemen. Was it number? Oh, it was number 4.
Number
actually.
4. Who got it?
That's why my wife stands on the line. That was Obi-Wan Pig Nosy with the win. At the last second, Obi-Wan Pig Nosy comes in.
All right. This is awesome. Where are you guys located and where are you based?
Well, we're based out of actually East Texas. We came all the way from East Texas, all the way up here, brought our racing pigs up here from Texas to enjoy this beautiful weather.
Awesome.
And we're loving it. Yeah, we're having a good time.
This is pretty great. How many years have you been doing this for?
Wow, I think we've been here for 14 years now, 15 years. But actually, honestly, this is my wife and I's first year to do it. We are taking over from the guy who's been out here for several years, for a decade. He's been out here for a long time, but he loves us, loves how we do the show. So we're the new guys in town, but we hope everybody will come out and see us.
And I had my money on Ham Solo, too.
Oh, man. Well, hey, you were close. Almost. That close. Second place is not bad, all right?
Well, this is one of my favorite events.
Hey, thank you so much.
Thank you for doing it.
Absolutely.
We appreciate your time.
Absolutely.
Jared Hollenbeck from Swifty Swine Racing. A pretty cool event out here, pretty fun. I thought Ham had it, but he got beat by
Obi-Wan Pig Nosy.
Obi-Wan Pig Nosy.
Yeah.
All right, and Katie, this is not that hard to find. It's pretty close to where it was last year. Just a couple of buildings down the other side of the Agricultural Center. You can find it right near the Swine and the Goat Center 11, right there, that building. Building 11, it's right across from it. So that's where it is if you guys are wondering. Let's send it back to you.
Casey, I was really worried you wouldn't find it. I'm glad you did because I think your mood's turned around just a little bit since you started the day.
Do I seem happier? Is that what you're saying?
Most definitely.
All right, we begin with breaking news. Live right here at the top at 10 o'clock. Buffalo police are at the scene of a shooting that appears to be fatal. According to the Buffalo Police Department, one man was shot near Brooklyn Street and Winslow Avenue. A photographer at the scene says there is one shooting victim that appears to be dead. Congressman Collins is getting ready to speak for the very first time publicly since he was indicted this morning. And we are live right here at the Embassy Suites in downtown Buffalo, waiting for the congressman to take the podium.
And I will remain on the ballot running for re-election this November. Thank you very much and have a great night.
You call the press conference, Congress. When you call the press conference,
all right, there you have it. Congressman Chris Collins making a statement there at the Buffalo Embassy Suites. You're seeing that live right here on Spectrum News. His first public comments since he was charged with insider trading and lying to the FBI. Collins, along with his wife, Mary, speaking there just moments ago, not taking questions as he walked out after addressing the situation, reading a statement, talking about his background, and still says he supports this Australian company that he sat on the board of and was involved with for 15 years. He says he acted properly and within the law, following all ethical guidelines regarding his personal investment. He says he took major losses when the drug trial for MS failed. He says it was worth the risk, though. Says the charges are meritless. Says he will be exonerated. Let's recap for you if you're just joining us. Collins is accused of insider trading, wire fraud, and lying to federal agents. This is video of him from earlier today leaving the federal courthouse in Manhattan. He pleaded not guilty to dozens of charges this afternoon in court. This all stems from an incident surrounding Innate Immunotherapeutics, an Australian biotech company which Collins previously served on the board of directors for. U.S. Attorney's Office in the Southern District in Manhattan says in June of 2017, the CEO confidentially told Collins that the flagship drug we've been talking about, the trial for that MS treatment drug, failed, costing the company billions of dollars, costing Collins himself millions of dollars. Prosecutors say just minutes later, Collins told his son Cameron about the drug's failure days before the information was made public. Cameron, his fiancée, her parents, and 2 other people then sold off millions of shares before the stock dropped. U.S. Attorney says they managed to avoid more than $750,000 in losses. Cameron Collins and his father-in-law, Stephen Zarsky, also facing charges here. All 3 were released on $500,000 bond. They are due back in court October 11th. So, reiterating what Collins said earlier, pretty much what we heard from his statements earlier on Twitter and that email he sent out to those supporters earlier today, that he is innocent of these charges. He will mount a vigorous defense of these charges, he says, and he is staying on the ballot in New York's 27th congressional district. He is facing a challenge from Democrat Nate McMurray. He is the Grand Island town supervisor. He spoke earlier today, using this as an opportunity to try to re-energize his campaign.
I've conducted polls. I've worked with a number of different pollsters.
Analyzing and responding to polls is an important part of Jack O'Donnell's job.
It's always this caveat, buyer beware.
But any political consultant knows what a voter says to a pollster now may not always reflect who they'll vote for on Election Day.
If you're a Republican, you're angry at Chris Collins, maybe you're not even that happy with Donald Trump. It's pretty easy to say that to a pollster versus actually pulling that lever on Election Day.
While supporters of Democrat Nate McMurray are touting our poll that shows a virtual tie in the race for New York's 27th congressional district.
And this is what is going to put Nate over the top.
O'Donnell says McMurray should wait before ordering those plane tickets to D.C.
I think there's absolutely some doubts about that poll.
The 27th is the most Republican-leaning congressional district in all of New York and came out in a big way for Donald Trump in 2016. So the fact that McMurray is even in striking distance of incumbent Republican Chris Collins says a lot.
But what it tells us is it's a very close race.
But GOP consultant Vic Martucci says the poll doesn't show who has the momentum.
We don't know if there's a strong trend towards McMurray, if the electorate has been stagnant since the announcement of the indictment of Congressman Collins.
What we do know is that we've been conditioned to view everything in politics with skepticism.
I don't believe the polls anymore.
Polls are no exception.
I don't believe them.
For a sitting congressman facing insider trading charges, a renegotiated trade deal with Canada, and a galvanizing fight for the Supreme Court are national issues that could send Republican voters to the polls to vote party line.
What he's saying is vote for Chris Collins to protect the Trump presidency.
If you're Nate McMurray, you want to talk about Nate versus Chris, indicted versus not indicted. And you know, so we'll see sort of how that goes and who wins that narrative.
And someone's opinion today could change by November 6th.
The snapshot in time, and that time is 3 weeks before Election Day. The real poll will count in 3 weeks.
Again, our poll shows that Collins has a 46-43 lead over Nate McMurray, but McMurray's camp points out, due to the margin of error, it could show that the race is tied, although both O'Donnell and Martucci say you could look at it another way and show that Collins could have a 6-point advantage. So let the spin continue depending on what camp you're in. In the newsroom, Casey Bortnick, Spectrum News. From all of us here at Spectrum News, hope you had a great 2018 and a happy new year for 2019. I'll see you after the ball drops as we get closer to the countdown. I'll be back in a second. We are in a new year. 2019 has arrived. You are looking at our live coverage, the fireworks over the electric tower. We're going to keep it right here for a few more minutes, let you enjoy them. Happy New Year, everybody. You're watching our live coverage right here on Spectrum News Buffalo. See you in a second.